All right,
Looking for
7:02.
Regular meeting on October 13th. Change of venue, so it's at Tom Smith's house, 8504 Bell Mountain Drive. And it is now 7:03 starting. And then Mary, everybody that's here, we have people in attendance.
Yes, we have Dean and
Tom,
and
Steve,
Steve.
okay,
And Mary.
and Mary. So that makes 4. And
Up there, and we have Beth.
And now we
And
have
Beth.
Beth.
And she's
we're
coming,
missing
and Judy and
Jeff.
Jeff, and Jeff is out of town, so he is not present. So, first thing is hey Beth, so Beth is present.
Hi.
We're just starting the meeting. First thing is let's approve the meetings. Minutes were not done for the last meeting, is that correct?
Well, I
I wasn't present there.
I think I wasn't there. I was in Maui. So
Okay. So did anybody take the minutes from the last meeting?
Did Judy do the minutes? If she's not here.
Yeah, she did, as a matter of fact.
I think Judy
Yeah, she
had
did.
said she would.
Okay, so we'll
And they were
we'll pass. I have to abstain from those anyway, so we'll get those passed at the next. We'll get those reviewed and passed at the next board meeting. So with that, let's move on to the ACC report.
Okay, I guess you all got a copy of it.
Yep.
There's not much on the report other than you may have some questions. If you don't have any questions, I wanted to bring you up to date on the drainage easement issue that I've been working on since the annual meeting. That was came up as a subject for discussion because there were about half a dozen places along Long Canyon Drive that needed cleaning out desperately. And the county has been out probably 4 or 5 times, and they've addressed all of those issues except one. And they're going to, and I talked to them day before yesterday, and they're going to be out in a couple of weeks and address that last place.
Okay.
So that ought to be everything that they agreed to do.
Great.
It's not on my report, but Jeff had me get involved with the sheriff's department on the speeding issue. I think I've copied everybody.
Saw those emails.
Yeah, and they haven't started their review yet. It's a little early, but they have a certain protocol they go through, and they'll start that, and then we'll get the results of that, and from there we decide what we want to do.
Okay.
What did the email say? Because I didn't get them.
Well,
to you.
We had the incident where the crashed into the mailbox, and ran across. Well, as a result of that, we wanted to look at how we could do something about speeding. And so I contacted the county. This is not their first rodeo on a matter like this.
Yeah.
So they're going to come out and put up their speed
Sign, little
signs,
trailer.
to check speed.
Yes.
They'll make a survey, then they'll come back to us with their findings.
Okay.
And Jeff was supposed to keep phase 1 and 2 in the loop on that.
Okay. Yeah, I got copied on it. Okay.
So that's my report.
Thank you very much. We have a motion to accept the report.
I make it.
Second.
Okay.
Okay.
Richard is out of here.
Thanks,
See you,
Richard.
Richard.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Okay.
And treasurer report.
Not much happening except the barbecue. One thing, if y'all look at the financials online, our escrow account, which is used for construction and renovation deposits,
Yeah.
is not matching up with our liabilities. Our outstanding liabilities. Abby, I gave her some instructions to go ahead and fix that today. It will essentially move about $3,000 into her checking account.
Okay.
And we're in the process of settling up with phase 2, 3.
Okay.
So, I guess they've gone through some,
Change or what?
like treasurers. in the last couple
haven't
months.
heard.
So,
There's a new president.
pardon me?
There's a new president.
Yeah, and I think they've got a new treasurer. It's a lady now. So anyway, Abby's gotten with her and they're settling up our pluses and minuses. And it looks like we're going to skid into December just right on budget.
Okay.
You know, we're probably going to have to increase the funds going to the barbecue because of the turnout. But other than that, no exciting news.
Okay.
If anybody has any questions. Oh, and by the way, I would like to mention that at the next board meeting, I'm going to bring a draft budget, and I'd like to go ahead and vote on it so that I can go ahead and prepare all the stuff for early December launch of our annual assessments.
Great.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
We have a motion to accept
Motion made.
and seconded. Okay. Secretary report, we'll go through this quick. Anything, so that has the events under this also, so I guess we can talk the barbecue if you didn't have anything.
Yeah,
before-
the barbecue's really,
Right, yeah, I know.
It's kind of
yeah.
coming up
I
quick.
don't
It
really have
is.
any special secretary things.
Okay,
I'll report on
So-
it whenever you're ready.
okay, go for it. I saw you sent out the report, the checklist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a very detailed kind of guy.
So is there any action items on here that we need to take action on, or is this just more of a status?
That's more of a status.
Everything under control?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We wanted to make sure that Beth knew that there was water, available and
I've been so
in
thirsty.
droves.
So dry there.
We
I looked on there to make sure you had trash covered. That was
we have trash
the
covered.
big
Yeah.
thing.
We're going to just tape, the plastic bags to the tents and
Yeah.
stuff like that. We've got a really big tent this year. It's 40 by 30 as opposed to 30 by 30. So it's
Good.
adding.
It's going to be hot and sunny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be nice and sunny. They
So I
tell
think
us.
that was wise.
Yeah.
Nice.
My only concern is we opted for 175 chairs with rectangular tables, and you can get a lot of people around rectangular tables, but there's like 300
Yeah.
signed up for this
Yeah.
thing. That's going
So
to
how
get a
many
little
chairs,
dicey.
how many chairs do we have? Do we have
175.
That's, okay.
But not
not
everybody's going to
everybody
sit at the same time.
Right.
Is that what we ordered in years past? Was that the?
Yeah, we had 2 or 3 meetings with everybody that was involved in the last one and the last couple actually, and so there
I
were.
kept paring back I think I did it for 3 years, and each year I pared back the number of tables and chairs because we've had some sitting there that we never even folded or put up because it was just more than we needed, and with 50 extra people, we probably actually we use them, I bet. But people stand around a lot.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
After they've eaten.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with a good weather forecast, you're going to get a good turnout.
It's-
Oh, we are, yeah, and we've also done like 3 different reminders with everybody in the neighborhood. So Ellen has really, gone forth, and Connie, and there's been several. They've actually sent out several notices, and so the response. I mean, the head count goes every day. It keeps coming up, So, and I get a report literally sometimes 2 and 3 times a
Check
day.
for duplicates too. There were never that many actually.
Do what?
Because sometimes when you send it? It got.
I didn't.
it
Yeah,
got sent out
Ellen's
to
handling all that.
husbands and wives, and I would get double count, and there would
Yeah.
always be like 10,
Yeah.
but it would only be 10.
Oh yeah, well, I think we've got it covered. We're going to have 2 porta potties with a hand washing station this year, which is a little different, nicer, and it'll be very convenient based on some comments.
And I lost track.
got
Is there
from last
going to be entertainment at this or no?
No,
Okay.
No.
We decided.
no. The only
Just our
entertainment. There's going to be a
company.
kind of a boombox thing that's
Okay.
plugged in. We'll have some music going on.
Cool.
But the kids have a couple of activity things going on. We're going to have a couple of other pop-up tents, one that will house just drinks only, one that will house desserts, so it kind of keeps everything in the shade, which is nice.
Nice.
Yeah, we're trying to do it, really cool.
Awesome.
Raising the bar.
We are raising the bar just a skosh. I mean, the water
It'll be
is
nice,
way
yeah.
over the top, but
And we're all set from the accounting standpoint as far as there any
Yeah, there'll be an
some
additional
things and then
thing, but
reconciliation afterwards?
yeah, my company, we're going to donate all the drinks and water and stuff,
wow.
and so we're ice and all that kind of stuff. So we're taking care of that. But
Who's the barbecue caterer?
Bert's Barbecue,
Barbecue.
yeah, they are excellent.
Good.
And I've known Gary Johnson since he was just knee high to a grasshopper. I knew his
Awesome.
dad. Old UT
Yeah, awesome.
baseball and football players. So anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll need some volunteers. We're going to, first of all, the porta potties are going to show up tomorrow
Okay.
because they don't deliver on
Right.
Saturdays or Sundays. All right, so I'm really kind of concerned about where to place those.
That was always a conundrum, and people had.
Because if I put them on the street on Maury's Trail on the corner, what can happen to them between then and Friday and Sunday? You know,
I don't know.
I don't think anybody will bother them, but you just never know. Now they are going to be zip tied shut, you know, until Sunday. So,
I think they'll be.
well, the other thing is to go around the corner and you've got this gravel on either side, or we can put them on the street right next to the gravel. You know,
Is the gravel flat right off the street?
Yeah, well, it is. in a
It's
couple-
sloping.
it is in one place, but it looks so nice. I don't want
Is
to
there
put a
any
porta
nice
potty
homeowner
on.
that might be willing to let them like be kind of like hidden behind their bushes?
There's no bushes to hide them.
Not really.
There's
No
nothing
trees?
there. Nothing.
I think I put him.
No, I mean like on someone's
next to the
driveway
road.
or like maybe off to the side.
Yeah, I would say.
I wouldn't approach that with any homeowner, to be honest with
Have
you.
you
I
seen
put them
where
up near
they've been in
Morris
the-
Trail in some kind of easement up
Have you seen
there.
them where they've been in the past?
No. That's what I was
put
gonna-
him- I put him on the circle,
They're called the
close
to where it was
close
straight.
to Maury's Trail, but not on Maury's Trail. Like maybe about 50 feet off.
Yeah, that's what I was
on that
thinking.
gravel that was on the side. That
As you go into the left,
actually I put
On the
him
right?
on the left and I put him on the right. Different years. So,
Okay.
Okay.
But in either case, I just kind of put him because you don't want him too close to the.
Figure out which way.
food.
the
Well, I don't want
wind
them-
to put it on.
I don't want them too close to the
But
food
then you
area.
don't
You
want
know?
everybody coming in. They're going past the porta potty, right?
Well, okay, and then
There's not much way you can get around that.
exactly. I don't, and we'll face them away from the street so
Everyone
people
will
can.
just, subconsciously not see it anyway. 'cause who wants
Yeah,
to
they
do
don't
that?
really.
Exactly.
Best of your hair.
The other thing
So,
is
no,
we're.
I always put them. Like I said, I think one of the better places was pretty close to Maury's Trail,
Mhm.
just in the cul-de-sac, just off as you go into it, off to the right. There's that house that's got the driveways there, and
Mhm.
it's got really flat gravel.
Yeah, as long as we don't block a driveway,
Right.
I'm okay.
It had-
That sounds good.
We'll have 2 serving lines as opposed to 1 this year, which is really nice because it goes quick. Boom, boom, you know. And the meal will have 3 meats and 3 sides. So it'll be a lot to eat. So,
Great.
you know,
Cool.
the normal stuff, you know.
Thanks for all the work on
Yeah, thanks for tackling that.
It's been fun.
Really good.
I'm not going to do it next year. No,
Yeah, it is.
I'll consult next
Yeah,
year. You know?
there.
Did you have enough people for the setup on?
Well, the setup, we just need a couple, 3 people, you know, for setup, because they're going to go and erect the tent, fill the rain barrels that hold the tent
Right.
down, and hopefully Ellen's, I think she's got that under control, you know, with a couple
That
of
was always
hoses.
fun. So are the chairs and tables, do those need people to set those up?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'll only take 2 or 3 people. I mean, you know,
Beforehand.
it's not that
It
big.
actually-
We'll come
And
up
pick
with
up
that
cleanup
time,
isn't
but
bad either.
I'm not sure what time we'll arrive.
Yeah, and I'm
Everybody
going to.
pitches on the cleanup.
Yeah.
It goes fast.
That
Yeah,
goes-
I'm going to have my trailer there, so the bag garbage, they just tie it and toss it in the trailer, and off
Now,
it goes to the dump.
with
you know.
this big a tent in place, can people still get in and out of their
Yes.
driveways? Okay, so you'll still have egress and in and out?
No, we've already, we made
Okay,
sure
good,
that, you know,
good. So, because it's not going to be picked up till Monday, right? As far
the
as
tent.
The
you know.
tent.
Well, everything really.
But it won't
Tent
be
and the chairs.
disassembled or anything. It'll still be
The
erected.
tent will be erected, but we'll have to stack the
Tables.
chairs and
Yeah, yeah.
tables
Yeah.
into
Okay.
that. So that'll go.
It's
Sounds
been
good.
quite festive. We usually had about 10 people setting up,
Yeah,
and it's fun.
it goes fast.
Well, you guys have had the signs up, you know, for a while, except for tonight, you know, with the Yeah, so it'll be back up tomorrow? Okay, because we were thinking about, a banner and, doing it in real tall letters, let's barbecue, or let's BBQ, Sunday, Hayden's Cove, be there, be square, something like that, but we're going to go back with your sign.
If you want to take the banner, if you can get the banner done.
No, I can't get the banner done that quick, that quick. So we decided not to spend the money for it, since you had the signs up, but, we're going to try and have little signs that look like real estate signs, only, they're posters, and it's going to have LCHOA BBQ with an arrow, pointing different directions all around. So it'll help people remember and get some there, so just in case they're lost,
Good deal.
Okay, so I think we're good.
Thank you. So Beth, entrance. We saw the nice report on the entrance. Looks like we're waiting for bids, from what I can tell.
yeah.
And you have a bunch of suggestions. So did everybody get a copy of this and get a chance to look at it yet?
Is that just a printout of the email she sent?
Yeah.
It's the attachment. So it's the report on all the trees and everything that was attached to the email. But it's not requesting. You're not requesting any money at this time. You're
No.
basically. Are you
No.
collecting all those things that you require bids on? Are you actively going after all of those?
Yeah.
And we're actually getting a bid on a new maintenance service. Is that my understanding?
Yes. Yes.
So are there any decisions we need to make tonight, or is it
No,
just more status?
No decisions, but I'd like to raise awareness about a couple things.
Sure, please.
Okay. So, for whoever hasn't had a chance to read what it is, which I know there's some people in the room. So based on James Machen's suggestion that we have someone take a look at the tree that's ill, we had an arborist named Don Gardner come out, and he took a look at just the person's understanding of the health of the trees, and he basically pointed out that the trees are vulnerable because they're not planted in enough soil, they don't get enough water. It's a success story, but they're vulnerable. So he's surprised that they've done as well as they have. But in the future, if there's another drought, they could be at risk. One of them's already dead. There's 2 other ones that haven't thrived that he's recommending that we take out. So a total of 3 trees to be removed. The rest of them, he said, can be nurtured and would have a great response in terms of growing higher, arching over the street, becoming less vulnerable to the temperature if we would augment the soil with some compost and mulch on top of that. Do what we need to do to retain it so it doesn't wash out. Also, underneath that, put down some watering lines behind the trees, and then plant anything along there that we want for erosion control, like some more little plants or something like that.
So did he recommend removing those 3 trees and replacing them, or just removing them?
Just removing them.
Just removing them.
Yeah.
Where are they? Are they?
I have noted.
Okay.
There's 2 on the east side by 360, and there's 1 on the west side.
Okay.
And just because the reason they don't need to be replaced is because aesthetically the arches from the other trees are all already filling in, so
Okay.
you won't even notice.
Okay.
It won't be like the Champs-Elysees in Paris anymore with every tree like in a row,
Yeah.
but it's not. But it'll be still really beautiful. And cool.
Okay.
So that's the highest priority. Getting soil, adding water, and then on top of that, there's 3 other parts to this, which is after the unsightly situation over the summer with front entrance. I and a woman from Phase 2-3 named Jessica Cole, Jeff Cole's wife, she is helping me to think about what we can do to improve the traffic island. And we would like to do some things to, number 1, reduce the maintenance costs, reduce water costs, and bring the look and feel more into the 2016 versus like 1985, the way we think it looks right now. So we made some suggestions that's in the report about building up perhaps with one of those steel edges boxes we see everywhere now. Putting some agaves, sorry, not agaves, but like agaves that look like succulents.
Yeah, of the medium size,
Yeah, medium size. That won't get too big. Leaving the
kind of sculptural looking.
leaving the mountain laurel, leaving those beautiful big rocks there. So it'll be more like something to just anchor your eyes on, but it's not going to be seasonal, beautiful
A
flowers.
little bit more the style of like the Cunningham's front landscaping, you know.
Oh, yeah, right.
The new house.
Yeah, yeah.
A little bit more of that kind of.
Yeah,
you know,
we'll be able to take a
modern,
beating.
clean.
It won't even need
Yeah.
to be watered, maybe once a month or once every other month eventually. And so we wouldn't be paying a gardener to go out there and clean it up, except to blow leaves off, things like pick up trash. So that's one of our initiatives. And then the other one is, in addition to augmenting the soil and watering the trees, sorry, I'll get back to that. Don recommended that we hire an arborist to prune the trees.
Train the trees,
Yeah, train them, get the dead stuff off. And then secondly, because a lot of the trees were planted too low in the soil or the soil's washed up, they need what's called a root collar excavation, which I guess can help them be healthier, and which is going to involve someone digging out the dirt and a pruning of any roots that are circling the trunks. And he recommended a specific guy to do it who he trusts, and actually he trained him. So he's got some recommendations. I haven't put it out for bid yet, but per James and Don, that doesn't need to happen until January.
Okay.
So I know we need bids. So anyway, I did hear back from the one person bidding on the traffic island, and his bid to build that steel box, fill it with rocks and all the different plants is $4,000. So that's double what we have available for like unused maintenance and repair budget, just that alone. So I'm sure the slope work is going to be a lot more than even that. So, but I didn't have an estimate of what it would be. I wouldn't even be surprised if it came in at like 5,000. And that would be like minus edging, minus just using plants.
What do we got budgeted for?
I'm just looking at that.
Yeah.
So landscape maintenance is 3,500, repairs and maintenance 370. Well, sorry, 3,000. 3,000 for landscape maintenance, 2,000 for repairs and maintenance, utilities, waters. Way off.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so
I'm looking at it from last year.
yeah, so looks like 5,200 or so annually.
Okay.
And that includes cutting the lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I also got a bid back from a new guy to do maintenance in the front, cutting the lawn, etc. And he came in at like 300. So right now it's
300
100
a month?
Yes, to come twice a month. So right now it's 157 or 167, or what have they been coming in at? Like 113, I guess.
So Dean, that's our portion of the front. So phase.
No, that's all of
All
the
of
front, and we bill.
Gotcha. We
Now,
prorate that out.
We have in front entrance related, we have 10,283, but that includes Christmas decorations
everything.
and lighting and all other things.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, we bill
So I was just looking at,
53% or something.
Okay.
Phase two.
I mean, I was just looking at landscape maintenance and repairs and maintenance is what's available right now, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this is why we have reserves. So,
Right.
Yeah.
if we're going to do an upgrade,
Yeah.
really, and we've all talked about it, our only amenities are the trails and the front entryway. Both need to be smoking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
And
Yeah.
they've both been like, we haven't spent a dime on it either in a really long time.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah.
So when we get the bids in and we get a recommendation for which way to head, then
Yeah.
we'll just review it with phase 2, phase 3,
Yeah.
because it'll affect them too.
Yeah.
But
Have y'all identified a target budget so that I can include it in my
Yeah, that
budget
would be
work
the
for
question.
next
Well, I
month?
just want to get back at least one person's estimate of the work on the slope. And the guy, it's someone that Judy recommended, and he's done work at her house and for her daughter-in-law. He's meeting me down there tomorrow with Lou. We're going to review like the water situation. He can build outlines, and then he's going to be able to bid it. So at least so far I have like 4,000 for this traffic island, $230 a month for the maintenance. Now it's 116 or something like that. So that's part of it. So
We've all agreed we need a different
yeah,
maintenance person.
yeah,
We
they
knew
were.
it was going to be more.
I just want to say, and I know we don't need to go over this, but he gave me the same sob story. Apparently, he always gives Oscar. We tried so hard. We were told we'd get other business, but we haven't gotten business. I'm like, okay, well, give me a new estimate. We're willing to pay more. Tell us what you want. And he just blew it off. I'm like, well, you asked him what.
Who blew it up? Oscar? Or
No,
the
River Rock. In fact, I said, should I take your lack of response as not wanting this extra business? He's like, well, no, we want it. I'll be out there soon. That's what I said. I'm like, well, you don't get it anymore.
They're
You're done.
very quirky,
Yeah.
you know, and
He sounded like a
it's not-
teenager.
I've never heard of any landscape company charging a month in advance, which is what
Yeah.
we're doing.
Well, also,
Because-
yeah. I mean,
And I didn't know where the hookup was with them, and
it said like, let us know. We'll be happy to work with you.
So I'm
We're willing to
wondering,
increase what we pay you.
I'm wondering if anybody has lawn service people that
Yeah.
do this kind of work, because the guys that we got doing our
I
Well,
lawn
talked to
yeah.
my wife
awesome.
Renee, she may be willing.
Well, the guy that's bidding the garden is happy to do it and does a lot of work in Lakeway and he does a lot of work
That
in
was
our
a
neighborhood.
joke.
Yeah.
We'll check with our guy too if you want another bid, because I think he's really good. I don't know, does he do general stuff, Deb, do you know?
Rufino?
Yeah, but he does a bunch of
You're
stuff.
talking about the maintenance down below?
Yeah, for the
Cutting the
entranceway.
lawn, cutting the lawn and picking up garbage and blowing the leaves.
So it'd be taking
What's your
care of that, because he's
concern?
really
He's
conscientious
very
and
conscientious.
very good, and he handles pruning
I
and
think
other
we talked
stuff
about
too,
you coming
doesn't he?
in before. No.
Not at all?
He's been down there every time we've asked him to, and just
Okay.
kind of walk around and, okay, well, ready, you know.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, anyway, if you need additional bids, let us know. And
Will you
we'll-
send me his address
Sure.
and his number?
I don't know what his address is, but I'll send you
His number.
Is that
Rain?
Raining.
It's raining.
Wow.
Knew that
There was
was-
rain coming from the
Wow,
south. I saw
it's
it on
raining.
the radar.
So,
See
is
those
that it,
there?
Beth?
Yeah, so,
Okay.
yep. So,
Good, that'll keep the
Thank you.
dust down
will
for
you
the
guys help me
barbecue.
think, will you guys help me think through something? Once we have bids and we are ready to start discussing, taking action, will we get a meeting together or will we go to phase 2-3's meeting and talk about it? Like, how does that work?
So there should be some
Ron-
entrance, you're talking with some of the entrance committee
Yeah,
people
she's
there?
too busy. She's not going to be able to own it. It's Jeff Cole's wife. And Jeff himself said, well, I said I would own it, but I'm preparing for a big case that's in March. But Rhonda, the president, said she would own it. So I guess we'll with Rhonda.
So I think what we need to do is collect all the information. We need to review it first, I would
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
think,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then present it to phase 2, phase 3
Like at their meeting?
for their approval. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So we'll give it to the directors, and they should be able to deal with that.
But
Okay.
if there's discussion, does it have to be like month 1 present, month 2 discuss, month 3 discuss again?
If you like send it out, if you like make
Yeah,
a
send it.
thing like this and send it out to everybody, people should be ready to
Yeah.
Okay.
do it.
Yeah, I-
Just say this is our
I'd put a
recommendation.
cattle prod with it.
Okay.
And just say, look,
Yeah.
we're gonna move this at the next meeting.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can too, so we can move it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I would assume we don't necessarily have to do all the things
At the same
at
time.
the same time.
No,
It's
the-
like
And I think-
one and then the other and then the
The
other.
And
only
I-
time-sensitive stuff is the pruning.
And I think we should recommend, so we should review it,
Yeah.
recommend what we
Yeah.
want to do,
Yeah.
and then ask for their concurrence,
Yeah.
as opposed to their full,
Well, they're not
whatever.
driving it, I am.
Right. So,
Yeah, if you
that
run
sounds
it
fine.
through one side first before you send it to
Yeah,
the
so
other,
say,
so you don't
hey,
waste your time.
Aren't they like a week after us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. All
we'll
right,
do
thank
that.
you.
Great, thanks. Let's see.
Yeah,
So the liaison report, but Judy's not here for that. I did, I suppose this is as good a time I need to bring in some of the Carol's comments. So I did talk with Carol. She couldn't make it tonight. She had 2 updates for the board. One update is on the champion track. And by the way, I pulled things down from austintexas.gov website. I was able, they've got the city plats and so forth. And I actually, even though these are the 2 we know about, I kind of looked around to see what else is going on around us. So Champion Track 3, they had postponed the meeting. The final meeting on this for approval is November 3rd now. And there is in Dropbox, I did post all the latest summary of what's going on. So it's
And where did you put that? In the
it's
same upcoming?
it's in the Long Canyon shared, and I created a new folder called zoning related. And each of the files are labeled. So see if you can see it, because it is there already. So basically, it's going to be zoned for 325 units.
Units, that's the one that's the.
Yeah, so it's a pretty big one. They've kind of, it's a 45 acre, I think, plot of land, and you can read all the details in it. I think she's updated us multiple times on it, but the date was kind of the new thing where the meeting. The other zoning related is Potter Dentistry. And does everybody know where that tract of land is at? So as you come into our property, into Long Canyon, there's two neighborhood office tracks on either side, right at the entrance. Behind the one on the right, as you're coming into the neighborhood, there's a track there, and that's the Potter Dentistry site. It's currently zoned as low occupancy, so LO, with a contingent overlay, and they're actually asking for an upgrade to general office zoning, which is a higher volume zoning, and changing it to multi-use because he actually wants to put in some sort of a school there too. The notification for that for the zoning commission came out very late, so Carol has already submitted a postponement request. She's asking for our board, doesn't have to be a board action, but she says discussion and just saying if we're supportive. She's also going to file a CONA request on Monday because it's scheduled for Tuesday of next week, the hearing. So she wants to have that postponed just so we get a chance to look over exactly what's being done and what the council's recommendations and assessment are on the request. So she requested, she said, discuss it at your board meeting. Let us know if you're in favor of postponing, and it's really just it's not really a board action, but she just wants an opinion. And I said, yeah, we should be, right?
Yeah.
Because we need time to just kind of take a look
Yeah,
at
that's
it.
why, before my time, I know there was controversy over that.
Yeah, they had another zoning change where they were doing they wanted some variances on setbacks and some other things. And again, those are all in Dropbox. I post them all there so you can see what the history. And that was back in 2003 and 2005. So this is the latest one where they're actually interested in doing development. And there must be access. There must be access from 2222, or is the
There
access
is.
from us?
Yeah, I've seen people pulling in there.
Okay, so there is access from
Yeah.
2222.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if it has access to our neighborhood or not.
Does
anybody
they
know?
wanted to have access between their property and the law offices. They could have access
Okay.
there, and then they wanted to use our entrance.
So
Through the
we
law office.
definitely need to be involved if they're going to tie into to
Yeah.
our traffic pattern, because right now it actually butts up against, is that Park 22 right above it,
Right.
and then the office is on this side of it, and it's kind of sandwiched in there to fit between those two.
So where would it
tracks.
come into Long Canyon Drive or Bell Mountain?
You would have to come in through the office park
Right.
on that side, on the north side, west side.
Yeah, so when you run down the slope, it's the last building on your, it's off.
Yeah.
So they come out to be able to use the light instead of having to like wait for.
Correct.
That's what they
Yeah,
wanted
that
to
would be a
do.
mess.
So
But it also has some other things, if you wanted a second Firewise thing to get out.
Oh, yeah,
It's a
benefit.
possibility.
True.
yeah.
Small
So-
benefit, because the fire would be right there anyway, but no, I are about.
I just want to interject.
Sure.
I think in the first zoning request that he had, he did not have access to 2222. What I remember about it.
It was just on.
In the 2005 one, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's posted there. I haven't had a chance to look. It's like 81 pages, so I didn't get a chance to review it.
Into,
No, they had an entrance. They had an entrance.
Do you see it in there?
out,
No,
but
and
they
I
wanted
went to the
be able to
website
use us
and
as
logged in.
well.
oh, okay.
And you don't see the
And I
zoning
went to the
folder?
zoning folder, and the only thing in Dropbox is my financials. In that phase one.
We'll have to take a look at that and see what's going on. Because it's under Long Canyon Shared, and then it's a new folder under that. Now the board, phase one board is a different folder at the
Yeah, so
same
I
level.
don't have access to it.
Okay.
The only
Yeah.
thing I have access
You know,
to,
it's got that issue that we've got the big folder that you probably have access to, and me and Jeff, but
That's
it's
where-
way too big for everybody else. And it's got every ACC thing, and
Right,
it's gigantic, and
It's archives.
it's archives. And then everybody else has just got.
Well, I can move the zone one to the board one folder if that's
The
easier to
phase
get
one
to.
board.
Yeah.
Phase one board.
Yeah,
I'll
that
just
might be
move it
the best
over.
thing.
I'll just move it over.
That's
but I
part of
guess
why I
I'm
leave
curious
it.
why the agenda didn't show up on me, and
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah, I
get the
don't
agenda
know.
either. I mean, the
Sometimes the
agenda did.
update,
Oh, the agenda was sent out over email.
But the agenda was there too. So anyway, well, I'll take a look at it, make sure you're listed on the shared.
Okay.
because I think I pulled it from there for the email.
Okay, let's see, that takes care, any other questions on the zoning? So I will convey back to Carol that the board is supportive of postponing and sending out a further postponement request if this one isn't heeded, the one she sent out today, for Monday, just so that we can have time to look at, what the recommendations are and what's gonna be done, because they didn't give us any time.
Tom?
Yeah.
If it's not postponed, do we need to rally the forces to go down there? Tuesday?
We'll know on Monday, I guess. So it'll probably be a topic of discussion at the barbecue. We'll figure out where we're
Oh my
sitting.
gosh.
So she should hear back probably tomorrow if the initial postponement request was heeded. The second one they're going to do on Monday is going to be from Kona if this one is not accepted. So that's what I heard. All right, so let's see, that's liaison. So I think that covers all of the board business. We're going to open it up. I know that there was one request. Is there something?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot to mention this during the front entrance. What should we do, if anything, to socialize this at the barbecue, the effort?
If
Talk to
what?
people, let us know what's
Let
going
know,
on.
don't need to make a poster.
What, the front entrance?
Yeah.
We don't have anything to recommend
We'll
though
just
yet.
talk them that it might be happening or something we want to do.
Well, we don't have anything to recommend. Tell
Yeah.
them that we're looking at the front entrance, looking at updates, we're accepting bids, and we'll have something to
Yeah, there's nothing
recommend.
specific.
I know when we did the sign discussion, we got a lot of feedback of people wishing that our front entrance looked more up to date, and there was quite a lot, especially amongst the newer homeowners.
Yeah, you can have some awareness, but we don't have anything to tell them as far as actions that we're
Yeah,
taking
that's right.
yet.
Right.
So we're just investigating,
Okay.
and we'll have a recommendation.
Okay.
So unless there's any other board-related stuff, I think I'll open it up to new business, and I think I had a request from Firewise for some potential funding
Yes.
request.
I had finished just in time for that Firewise panel, the guidebook, and really didn't give it enough consideration about printing it for the in time to have some
Barbecue.
distribution for the barbecue. And so that's why I'm coming tonight. And I called up Kinko's to find out about just getting some copies made.
Okay.
And this is 19 pages that could be done all in black and white, and then just the
Double-sided.
double-sided.
How much?
And then the cover page. So I got some pricing from Kinko's, and it would cost about $287 per book.
Okay.
And
$2.86.
yeah.
Okay.
And but I don't know how many families actually would be coming. But if I were to do 50, it would be $143. If I did 75, it would be $215 plus. Plus
75.
tax.
Should we do 75?
It's $2.75.
Gosh,
So-
that's a great idea.
Hmm?
I think that's a great idea.
I mean, we've got budget for doing stuff like this, right?
So I don't know if any of you would want to take a look at it.
No,
I think it's.
I think great idea.
I mean, you got 300 people coming, that's probably roughly 150 families, right?
Yeah.
And half of them will want it, and half of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 75 is a good start.
Use those. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah,
always-
somewhere along the way.
New neighbors will always be used.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, this. I really did a lot of research on this.
Yeah. No, it was excellent.
Really
Yeah.
good
You
information.
know, and it has a lot.
So do I have a motion for the amount is for printing 75
I'll second.
and
215 bucks?
Yeah, it's about plus tax. I didn't figure out the
So
tax. So that's
approve.
like 250 or something.
okay. Motion
I'll second.
Motion made.
and second. Okay. So we approve that budget so you can get a check
Okay,
from
great. Thank
me.
Would you?
Why don't you just get it and then bill?
Yeah, if you can shoot it to me, I'll get you a
Okay.
check turned around.
Okay, great, thank you. And then there was one other thing I wanted to bring up, and that is when we were at the fire prevention panel, there was a discussion about the Robinson home, and that they were kind of mandated by the city to put in sprinkler systems into their home because there's not enough water pressure in the event of a fire. And, you know, that causes great alarm to me, and it should be great alarm.
Was that a recommendation, or were they actually required by code to do it?
That was a...
Insurance?
No, that was by the city.
A new code.
Really?
City
Well, you know,
doesn't,
the city's got a lot of new.
No, this is because
Yeah, right.
in
There's not
our
enough
community,
pressure.
there's not enough water pressure.
And the house next door might burn down.
Well, there's one benefit for living at the bottom of the hill.
Got plenty of
That's
pressure.
true.
Now the concern is, you know, we had this water pump station put in on Guilford, and what good is it if it's, you know, not going to be giving us enough water pressure?
Right.
And we had, when the Steiner Ranch fire, you know, they turned off the power, and you know, what good is it if there's not going to be enough power here? But my concern is, and then Judy will attest to this, we were told when we were doing some Firewise discussions with the city, and this was a few years ago, that if there was a fire, that they would be giving us pressure and water backup from different stations. And, you know, what we've learned is,
Doesn't happen.
you know, this isn't going to really happen. And I don't know if we can get somebody from the board to try to find out what's going on. You know, we're supposed to be getting water from the city. And if they're going to be telling new homes, you know, that they need to have sprinkler systems because there's not enough water pressure, aren't they supposed to be providing us with adequate water pressure in the event of a fire? And if there isn't enough water pressure to be servicing this community in the event of a fire, you know, what are we going to be? We're going to be lost. So I think we need to be
Can
exploring
do a lot
this.
for home values.
You know, this is something that we really have to be concerned about, considering, you know, this environment that we live in out here in Long Canyon. And I don't know if somebody from the board who wields a little bit more authority can be approaching the forces that be within the city to find out, you know, what's the truth here and what can we do about it.
Let's talk with Richard about that, because he seems to have a pretty good relationship with downtown and the city on different commissions and stuff, and see if he can poke around and see who we have to talk to, and then see what the course of action. So we'll take that as an action item to follow up with that.
Great, good.
Just to expand on Roselle's point, where Mary lives and everyone's south or down the hill.
It's not me.
No, where you are.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That water to that fire hydrant in Jeff's property is supplied by the big tanks over on McNeil and 183.
Okay.
And that has enough pressure for everyone, Long Canyon, Dean,
Right.
Mary, and the rest of us.
Yeah.
It's above that where they pump
Right.
to the reservoir.
Because of the
That little
altitude.
station's right across the street from mine.
That's a pumping station, and
Yeah.
that's to take the water and bring it
Yeah.
farther up. So from that west, or whatever the direction is, that's where
Yeah.
the issue
Okay.
really is prevalent. So anyone lower Long Canyon and
But I'm surprised that they would levy that kind of mandate on a single homeowner, given it's a systemic problem for the
Right.
neighborhood.
Right.
And maybe it's a new construction
Well,
issue.
my experience with, I just bought a rental condo,
Well, they were
is the
just-
city has a lot of new,
New.
New
They were
codes.
New
just denied
codes.
a second time. They are just ready to.
and whenever a house turns over now, they just,
Make all the new rules apply.
Second time,
All right.
Turns over.
which means they have to
yeah,
pay
even if you
fees
buy,
all over
if you
again.
buy a
I just saw
house
her
that's
last
an
night.
existing home, some things have to be redone.
They're
They come
really
in and
discouraged.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well,
That-
We'll have, I'll ask Richard to look into it if you won't, I will. So we'll figure out.
Yeah, and I don't know when the last time all of our
So that's the invoice, that's all.
hydrants were checked for pressure in Long.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see,
Yeah.
it'd be interesting to see who actually, what city inspector made the
Yeah.
requirement to
Yeah,
the
because
new
from what I
construction.
was told, the Robinsons were told that it was not just a new code, it was because of the water pressure.
there was none right by their house.
Yeah,
Okay.
When that, yeah, there was none at
So
that
So
time.
we'll take that as an action to check into that then and report at the next
I don't know
board
how
And
meeting.
quite
also,
works,
the
but,
pumping station that's on Bell Mountain, the old pumping station. Now, I don't know whether
Okay.
it was ever an effective pumping,
Way
that
too
little
fancy
pumping
for the
station.
street kid.
They just,
Well, I don't know.
they just removed that.
Okay.
They just took that all away.
Are there any
They
other
got that one right.
open items from the floor? Any other input from the homeowners? Lou?
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you one as soon as we get out there. I've got plenty.
the Jones property on Cuesta and Bell Mountain.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, they had that old pumping station there. They removed every piece of equipment in there.
Okay.
And they come out and installed a hydrant at the front of, on the road, looks like it's on the right of way to me, but it's in front of that little shack that they had.
They've installed, what you mean, Jones have installed it or the
No,
city?
That's supposedly, these were people, contractors that was hired by the city. And I guess my question is, I wonder who owns that thing now? Does the board have any information on it? Ownership or change of ownership or anything?
It still belongs to,
To Jones?
yeah, I think so.
The property.
Yeah, that little tiny piece I do.
Did he
They tried
amend,
to sell it, but.
did he amend it to his property? Because
Oh, that's a good question.
he was right on the borderline between phase 1 and phase 2, and that lot was under discussion on whether it was gonna
But
be,
he was gonna go ahead and merge it into his.
yeah. All right, so there's a new hydrant there is what you're saying. A new fire hydrant plug?
No, it's a small-
freestanding
It's a water pipe.
It's
Okay.
a water pipe coming out of the ground about 2 inches in diameter.
Okay.
And
Just
it's
when
freestanding and there's no protection around it. It is in the grassed area, maybe 15 feet off the road, just adjacent to where the driveway that
Right.
went into that
With
property.
that little
It's
fenced in
on the
area.
left-hand side going in, it's painted silver
Fairly
and
new.
it's almost got like a tap on the top of it.
Yeah.
Is
I'll
the
take-
little building gone now?
No, no.
The wood fence is still up there.
Still
The
there.
fence
The
is there.
fence is there.
There's no more
Supposedly,
building.
all,
It's
everything that was
inside.
inside was
Just
just
removed.
cleared out.
Fence is there.
And from what I heard, and I don't know if this is true or not, that the city just went and just did it without alerting anybody. That they just went in and
Cleaned it out.
cleaned it all
Well,
out.
they had been asked to do that.
Yes.
That was something that we had asked them to go because it was a hazardous. What was
So
it?
so the boards asked them to do that. Oh, okay.
No, that was the plan, that they go in and they actually demolish the thing at some point, because that was their.
Okay, all right.
And I thought they were supposed to take the fence and everything.
I thought they were supposed to
I was
demolish the
placed
building and
on
take the fence
But
out. So
when
maybe
they,
it's
when
not
they
there.
took all that stuff out, they didn't put this little hydrant out there. I mean,
It was after the fact.
Yeah.
they had to come back and redig the hole
Redid.
and put the hydrant in there.
It's
So I went and asked the guy, they were little contractors. He said, gee, I don't know, we didn't have all the right information to begin
Over
with,
time, I guess.
but the city wants to plant grass back in there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we had to have some way to water it. It's
Really?
crazy. It's crazy.
It's a whole park.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
so far. But I don't know
Maybe
who
it's
owns it.
not.
So when we're talking about water pressure, we'll see what that's about too then. So I have no idea. All right. So let's see. Any other homeowner input? Any other questions? Any other topics? Any new business? No? Then do we have a motion to adjourn?
Made.
Second.
Second. We are officially adjourned at 7.